Hey friends, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, a little well-rounded nerd, just doing a little bit of a get ready with me because I have a story time, a nerd story time. Dadgummit, why do you get a pop up while you're trying to do something? Didn't need that. Anyway, I have a little bit of a story time. I want to story time it while it's fresh. And it's all about being a kind nerd. Yes, she's loving her hair. I did like the whole thing today because I'm going to an event. So the Taekwondo class I'm starting is in association with a women's health organization, and their grand opening is tonight. So it's like a big kickoff dinner. And it's not just our organization, it's like a whole bunch of women's organizations at once. So it's kind of like a big girls' night. Some of these women I know, most of them I don't, but she's an extroverted extrovert who doesn't know what the word stranger means. So it's going to be a good time. So my little story times I wanted to story today. See how red my lips are? They're going to be red again, but I want a different red. So it's coming off. Uh, these are Trader Joe's micellar water wipes, and they're my favorite way to get rid of makeup quickly. Because I'm not really doing all my makeup. I'm literally just touching up because I've worn makeup already today. But some stuff I wanted a different look for. Before I put anything on my lips, anything, she moisturizes. We don't do unmoisturized lips. Not. I'm a southerner. Must have moisturizer at all times for all things. Anywho, my story time. Is she going to talk through this whole thing? Absolutely. So really excited for my little dinner tonight, so I decided to schedule to get my nails done before going. Plus, sometimes it's just fun to do like, the super, go out, be a little extra, pamper yourself a little bit. And I found a really great local nail salon that I like a lot. The way that I found it was one of the weekends I was in Nashville doing Taekwondo. I actually got my nails redone because I went to a different salon here. I'm not going to mention them. But I think the person who did my nails was new or newer. She hadn't been doing them long. And, we were all new at our job once. And she did okay. Wasn't exactly what I wanted. Went to a salon in Nashville because it happened to be near my Taekwondo school. Got it redone. It was lovely. And that lady was like, hey, there's a salon that family member of mine owns that's down there that's really good. Went to them a couple of weeks ago. That's my place now. They're excellent. Just love. This is what I got done this weekend, and the toes are like they're cat eye too, but like a really like springy red. Like it's a good time. I love color. I revel in being a girl. Everything about it makes me happy. But my little story time took place at the nail salon. So if you've never been to a nail salon, it's like the hair salon, barber shop. It's a place where people are going and relaxing with a little pampering. Like my Rick and Morty mirror, is that not the greatest thing? And her Harry Potter eyeliner. Look, I'm a ridiculous girl nerd, and if you want somebody who's not ridiculous, this is not the channel for you. But I've decided that's my place, and I'm going to the same person every single time I get my nails done. Cause girl is good, she's gifted. Like, look, I never believe in looking down or over at anybody's job. Every job is necessary. I usually do my nails at home, but I've been doing that for like 4 years, and now I'm kind of like, I want to go get them done. So it's also Easter weekend, which I'll be honest, I forgot about. Um, I didn't realize it was Easter weekend until some of my coworkers were like, "If you celebrate Easter, Happy Easter," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's Chocolate Reese's Egg weekend." My Lord and Savior died for Reese's Eggs. That is the most perfect candy. Fight me. You can't. She's a 6 degree black belt. I'm joking. I got a little bit of a glob there. We don't want a glob, we want a line. A little sparkle for a night like tonight. So, I make an appointment to go, do my regular I decided to get mani and pedi today. I haven't done a mani and pedi in a long time, and it didn't take them too long. Now, here's where the story kicks in. So I have a personal policy, especially since I'm such an extroverted extrovert who likes to extrovert, that I do what's called leading with kindness. I know that even if my hair is not pink, purple, blue, or red, that I'm someone who can attract a lot of attention. I'm also aware of my physicality. She's 6'1", y'all, and she's about to put on these heels. It's actually the heels I got married in, or the ones I'm wearing tonight, because I'm on a flower theme. So they're flower day, and yeah, she's gonna wear her wedding dress again. Absolutely. I want to go to the botanical garden and get a photo shoot done there. But yeah, so They're busy. Like when I walked in, I was like, oh God, they are packed. Didn't care. I came to get my nails done. So after about being there for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, they led me over to my chair for my pedi. Now, I had asked for a particular person to do the pedi. She wasn't available. Do you think I got upset? No. Everybody gets busy at the job. You think I don't get busy at my job? I surely do. This week has been crazy busy, which is why I can't respond to comments as fast as I want to. And I haven't put up a short this week. That's why I'm doing a quick video now. And I'm going to go live tomorrow. Tomorrow being the 19th of April in 2025, if you watch this in the future. Yeah, so I had to think about timelines there, because people do go back and watch my videos, um, which I appreciate. Thank you. So, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be that customer and be like, oh my God, you didn't hit my appointment at the exact moment. Look, stuff happens. I don't always do everything 100% perfect all the time. Sometimes I tell the people I support, hey, I'm gonna get this back to you tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes on like, whoo, 47 other things happen. Let me course correct. I'm sorry. Let's fix it. It happened. Humans are gonna human. So when they took me over to my chair for getting the nails done, I'm not the only lady over there. There's other people, and they do men's feet too. So it's not just the ladies, it's men's too. But they didn't have a ton of people on the pedicure station at the moment. So I had to wait again. Well, I'm a millennial with a phone. I was fine. They brought me a drink, then they brought me another one. If you're nice at the nail salon, I'm just saying. Um, so yeah, I was fine. And then they came over, did my nails. It was a good time. Gentleman came and did them. It wasn't the girl that I wanted. It's fine. He did a great job. My toes are cute. The mission was accomplished. Then I get transferred over to get my nails done. And this is where it gets a little interesting. The last time I was there, the young lady who did my nails, I can call her young lady because she's younger than me. I'm not, y'all know how old I am, right? I told you. My last birthday in December, she became the answer to the universe, life, and everything. You are my people if you know how old I am now. So yeah, the young lady, and she's very sweet, has a really good manner about her when it comes to dealing with customers. She did do my mani, and it's just acrylic fill. I get them shortened and then colored. I don't like super long nails. I type all day, and she'd be punching. Can't do super long nails. I'm really not getting this eye perfect. Give me a second. It might just have to be what it is. Oh no, I am getting it right. Okay, I'm just obsessing. Let me pull it from this direction. I told you I'm not good at these get ready with me's. I don't know when to stop talking. Uh, oh, that looks good. I just want a little sparkle under my eye. You see? Yeah. I'm going to put a little red under there here in a second just to kind of reinforce it. Okay, that's what I wanted. Got it. Okay, she had to concentrate on that. Back to my story. So she was a little down, and I noticed because she was super bubbly last time, but they weren't half as busy. It's Easter weekend. I forgot. I made my appointment a couple weeks ago. Actually, after I had my nails done by her, I was like, ooh, must have her again, and made my next appointment immediately to make sure I got the same girl. She was a little bit down. And I said, darling, what's going on? Y'all are super busy. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit of free coaching. Acknowledgement is such a powerful tool. Acknowledgement is recognizing that somebody else is going through a thing and that they're allowed to have feelings about the thing they're experiencing. That's what acknowledgement is. Doesn't mean you can solve their problem. Doesn't mean that at all. It just means that I, as a human, recognize that you, as a human, are having a moment and it's okay. And so I recognized that. And then her whole demeanor changed. She was just like, oh, yeah, we're really busy. It's Easter and everybody's getting their nails done. I said, well, you're doing a pretty good job keeping up. You're very quick, and even with being quick, you're still very good at what you do. So you should be proud of yourself. And that made her smile. She brought me another drink. Didn't do it to get that, but because I had to, so it's fine. They give you like that much. It's not that much. Oh, this is shaping up to be kind of fun. Bright eyes. So now I need to do top makeup. I've got 3 palettes here. I have my Adventure Time palette, Rick and Morty, which I don't think these are my colors tonight, and Fantastic Beast and Where to Find Them. Too muted. Adventure Time. Come on, tell your friends. We're going to very distant lands. with Jake the dog and the human. The fun never ends. I'm gonna go with the, who is this? Ooh, is that, it says, oh, Brain Beast. That's a great read. So she perked up after that. We had a nice little chat. Now, if you've ever done service industry work of any kind, which I've paid my service industry dues, I have so much respect for people who do service industry work because it's not easy dealing with the public all the time, especially when the public is not publicing. As I was sitting there and we were talking, and we're like the only people in there smiling. I looked around like nobody is smiling. You are out getting pampering and an included beverage of your choice. And everybody, there's like 60, 70 people in the salon. Nobody's happy. So, I'd be happy. And then it got a little bit extra for a second. Not record it, put it on YouTube extra. I don't do that to people. That's not cool. I'll talk about you. I won't mention you. But yeah, I don't be putting people on like that. I won't put people on blast. But someone sits down next to me and she is upset that whatever she got done to her nails the week before wasn't perfect now. I don't know what the situation was. Didn't ask, didn't care. Not my circus, not my monkeys. But when she sat down, apparently another person there had done her nails previously, and the girl who was doing my nails, the girl she really wanted to do her nails, which I understand. Homegirl's good at what she does. I get wanting her to be your person. But when someone else said, "Hey, I will fix this," because she was working on my nails, um, she got a little snippy. She looked at me and she said, "Can you believe?" And she held out her hand, which to me looked fine, but I'm no pro. Can you believe what they did to my nails? They didn't last. Unhappiness. Well, me being the sparkling ball of, can't be brought down sunshine that I am, I decided to do what I do best as a communications expert and de escalate without them having to do it. I said, "Well, let me see. Oh, that's a great color. Who picked that for you?" Change the entire mood. The entire mood. Um, and then they had this big box of sparkles because she was going to get something real fancy done, which I didn't know they could do that. Now I know about the sparkles. When she said, "Oh, I just wanted to get a couple of nails done in this way," I said, "Girl, if you're going to go sparkle on Easter weekend, go full sparkle." Completely diffused her because then now she's not thinking about how unhappy she is. She's thinking about, I'm about to do something really, really fun with my look. And we bantered about that for a little bit. And the lady who was two chairs over from us, she had, looked like she was sucking golf balls out of gopher holes the whole time. She smiles and joins in our conversation. And then for a few brief moments, there was more levity in the entire salon. The technicians were a little happier. They were a little happier. And I had to go do the whole hand wash thing after they moisturized and put the oil on. I said, "Hey," because she was going to take my seat. So the girl she wanted, which we all fight over because she good, could, get her nails done. And when I stood up and said, "Hey, I'm sorry, I got to leave my purse here, but I'll be right back to grab it so you can have the sheet." She said, "Girl, you're fine." I said, "Honey, I know I'm fine." That's not what we're talking about. Everybody in the place erupts in laughter. Now, let's dissect this for a second. Did I do that to increase my social equity? No. I actually genuinely am an extroverted person who cares about people. Part of the reason I love being in adult learning is it is literally my job to care about people. That's what I do. It's my job to care about people and help make them excellent. And even when I'm not on the clock, I like looking for ways to help people have a better life experience. As someone who teaches not just for work, but teaches, martial arts and other things out there, I have a firm policy that people will leave my presence better than when they entered. That's how I choose to live my life. Does everyone choose that? No. But being someone who chooses that, I tend to typically, not always, you can't guarantee everything, but I typically have like a good time going on around me everywhere I am because I choose to be positive. I choose to lead with kindness. And as someone who's an extroverted nerd who walks around looking real extra every single day and happy to do it, will not stop. I learned a long time ago that even if I'm not in the greatest of moods, because to be quite honest, if I'm not in a good mood, I just don't leave the house. Problem solved, right? But I learned a long time ago that if I will choose to lead with kindness, even when other people don't have the capacity to do that, that can change the entire space that you're in. Everyone out there is going through something, especially right now. That's as close as you'll get to anything like that on this channel. I acknowledge you. We might all be in the same storm, but we're all in different boats. And I've been through that time in my life where I wish people have been a little kinder to me when I was having bad days, because nobody has good days all the time. It's not possible. It simply is not possible. I'm trying to decide which blush I want. I think this actually will bring me out. With my undertones, the orange actually works really well as a blush on me. So I have a tinge of my Jones Road on. This is more like tinted moisturizer than it is actual makeup, and that's what I've got on my whole face. Actually, this is not sponsored. I'm just showing you what I use. But this is the foundation that I'm wearing. It's really moisturizing foundation. I'm just going to do a little blot on it. But this is kind of what's on my cheeks now. And if I put the pink in, that'd be a little bit much, but this will work. So I swap out the makeup that I'm using that I take in my purse with me when I go places, so I don't have more than I need. So I have 3 types of makeup that I do. Full face, which is at the vanity. My subtle beauty, which is my airport makeup, because it's quick and it stays all day. It's a good time. And then I've got my work makeup at my desk, which is like the tinted moisturizer, my more cream look to my makeup. Oh, I put this back in a little highlighter under my eyes. This is a called a Miracle Balm, and it's really good for highlighting. Again, not sponsored. I just genuinely like it, and it got recommended to me 7,000 times on Facebook, and I finally went for it because the reviews were so good. And must say, me and my over 40 self love it. I'm their target demographic. But I choose to lead with kindness. Everyone's not gonna be in a good mood. Like I said, if I'm not in a mood to deal with the public, you will not catch me leaving the house. I will do my work from home job and I will stay home. If it's not a me being public, does everybody have that ability? No, they don't. As I've grown and matured, especially as a communications person, but just as a human, I've learned that, hey, if I lead with kindness, I can leave the world better than I left it. Whenever I travel, I have a habit of wearing some of my headphones that are a little extra. Of course, my hair, whether it's the fro or the braids, it doesn't matter. Someone's like, "Do you put your hair in all those colors because you want attention?" Because this is subtle. I actually get less attention with the colored braids than I do with this. Believe it or not. I'm looking around. I just reorganize how I do my office makeup, and I don't know where anything is because I hid it all from myself. I'm being very annoying, but I try to leave the world a little bit better. I am a nerdy girl, but we're all nerdy about something. You might be nerdy about sports. You might be nerdy about cars. You might be nerdy about gardening. I've become such a gardening nerd. Oh my goodness, it's getting out of hand. Um, I'm a nerd about my dog, about cooking, but all of those things give us different spheres of influence. So here's the whole point of this video as I wrap up my quick makeup touch up. I'm going to do a little blotting powder here in a second because she's shiny. Yep, the orange. The orange looks so good. Just so subtle. In your nerdy space, wherever it is, do your best whenever you're able to lead with kindness. Remember the days when you were going through something and a random kind word lifted your spirits? Remember that moment when you didn't know how you were going to find motivation, and give somebody else that motivation. And it doesn't take a magnificent act for that to happen. Sometimes it's letting someone cut you in line, or when you're driving, letting someone get in front of you in traffic. Sometimes it's as simple as smiling at someone. Now, we're not all extroverted extroverts like me who extrovert. I extrovert because I extrovert. I'm just an extrovert. But we all have someone that we can show a little kindness to. Everyone does. And when you find those moments where you can show kindness, those are moments that matter. In our nerdy in our nerdy sphere. You know, I have people that I intentionally encourage. A lot of them are much younger than me, and they are still finding themselves in this world, finding love, finding out what kind of careers they want, finding out if they want a career at all. But when we have our work in progress Wednesdays, or we're gaming, or we go to Adepticon, it's always my goal to provide a little bit of encouragement in the nerdy space that I am in. We're all destined for different things. And reminding people that just because your destiny wasn't the same as others doesn't mean your destiny counted less. And reminding everyone that every life has value. That's my Pukos. He's turning around in his bed. You make yourself comfortable, old man. It's mommy's old man. It's my Star Wars lipstick. I am wearing like 7 different properties. She's a sucker for themed makeup. But in those spaces, your nerdy space, wherever that is, if it's at the library, going to the symphony, hanging out with your friends, which I get to do that next weekend. I'm going to go hang out with some of my friends in Nashville. Whatever that happens to be, lead with kindness. And if you can't be kind, stay home. No, I'm joking. But everyone can't be kind all the time because sometimes things are going on. And I choose to exercise emotional intelligence and lead with smiles and kindness always. Because for the 20 seconds somebody might be in my presence, or 2 hours while they're doing my nails, I want them to know that somebody saw them and that what they did today mattered. It mattered to me. And more importantly, it mattered to her. She needed to hear some kind words. I can only imagine the day she's had on a holiday weekend with so many people wanting to get things done and get them done quickly and quality and blah, 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 all the other things. Yeah, I sniffed it. There's allergies. I live in the South, y'all. Very allergenic out here. This is I got this necklace from a vendor at a Renaissance festival. Is that not glorious? It's perfect. Absolutely love it. Love the little moon clasp on it too. Yeah, she's wearing white to a dinner. I don't know what I was thinking. And then I've got these cute little flower earrings. They've got the red here, and then match my flowers up here. And then my shoes. I wasn't joking. These are the shoes I got married in. I went through 14 pairs of shoes to pick the ones to get married in. So I added shoes, but only one pair is the wedding pair. Believe it, kindness. Tonight, I am going to an event with women who are all at different stages of launching businesses. So bad at putting on earrings. Come on. Where's the earring thing? Where's my piercing? Don't you have a mirror? I surely do, but I, who puts on earrings every day, should be able to find my piercing. There it is. Got it. Ha. But some of them are in different places with how they're launching their businesses. Um, and I happen to have a profession where encouraging people is just like literally what I do every day in and day out, and I love it. Not for everybody, but if you're not the person that can encourage everybody, go find the person who is. Because even if it's not your calling, your gifting to be the encourager, um, you might be able to find the person who is, and they can help give you that little bit of pick me up. And if you are the giver of energy, don't forget to take care of yourself. Don't forget to have your downtime and your you time so that you can recharge your social batteries so that you can keep being kind to everyone. I think I'm pretty happy with my quick little makeup touch up. What do you think? I'm not a pro at makeup. I'm, in fact, a rank amateur when it comes to makeup, but I do my best. And I have replaced what's in my purse with what I'm wearing tonight. Blotting powder. Actually, I don't need this. I'm not going to redo my eyes tonight. So I think I will leave the eye makeup and stuff at home because I'm not going to need it. Just the lipstick is all I'll need. We're happy with it, right? Have a fantastic weekend. I'll see y'all tomorrow night in the live as I attempt to build an SCA sword. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.